The billionaire owner of the Washington Post, Jeff Bezos, announcing yesterday a major shift to the newspaper's opinion section, saying it's now going to focus on what he calls two pillars, personal liberties and free markets, and pointedly said the paper will not publish any opposing viewpoints on those topics. The decision to reduce the scope and views of the opinion pages is a major departure from the paper's longtime approach to commentary. In response, the newspaper's opinion editor, David Shipley, resigned from the position he's held since 2022, declining to stay at the helm under the paper's new editorial direction. Let's bring in right now the former executive editor of the Washington Post, Marty Baron. Marty started in that position in early 2013, months before Bezos purchased the Post, and he served through 2021. Marty, I mean, most of us, when we saw this, we just said, what the hell? It's like something that we've never heard. I mean, it's obviously opinion pages can go their own direction, but to say we don't publish opposing viewpoints seemed shocking at best. What was your reaction?
Well, I was shocked as well. You know, Bezos said that he's in favor of personal liberties. Well, of course, so am I. And that's why I'm in favor of free expression. You know, it's right there in the First Amendment. And news organizations have always honored free expression by having a variety of points of view on their opinion pages. But Bezos now is just shutting that down. And he's saying that only his point of view is going to be represented on those pages. And that really is a betrayal of the heritage of the Washington Post, and I think a betrayal of the very idea of free expression. And it actually it can contrast to how news organizations honored free expression with a variety of points of view. It actually dishonors free expression, you know, which is the most fundamental personal liberty of American citizens.
So, Marty, as you heard that new edict from Jeff Bezos to focus only on personal liberty and free markets, what did you take that to mean? In other words, if you're an op-ed columnist at the Washington Post sitting down in front of your laptop this morning, what are you expected to write about?
Well, that's a good question. I think it sends a very disturbing message to the very good columnists at the Washington Post that if they are not in line with his particular point of view, if they don't share his view on all of these issues, that they can go take a hike. You know, maybe some of them will take a hike because the signal is that they're not welcome there.
Marty, you've had quite an accomplished career. Miami, the Herald, Boston Globe, Washington Post. You know, more than most people know, that the editorial page and the op-ed page, basically, but the editorial page specifically, belongs to the publisher. If the publisher wants his views on the op-ed page, editorial page, he will get it. But what does it do, in your sense here, for the Post, the staff at the Post? What does such behavior do that Bezos exhibited yesterday do to the morale of the reportorial staff?
Well, I think the morale has definitely gone into the tank. It's true that the editorials belong to the publisher, to the owner. They can use the editorials. But to say that the entire opinion page belongs to the owner as well, when historically those opinion pages have been available for a variety of points of view. You know, Bezos himself has said over time that those pages should have a variety of views, and I totally agree with him. That's the nature of democracy, is that we have a vigorous debate over policies. But this is really an anti-democratic move. It says that, no, the only opinion that is permitted here is my opinion, and you have to share that. And there's no room for you on my pages on our site if you have an opposing point of view. That is anti-democratic in nature.
Marty, there's no evidence, I haven't heard any from colleagues who work at the Washington Post, that Jeff Bezos has been at all involved in the news reporting of the Post. I don't know if you've heard anything about that. Obviously, it's something that I'm sure you keep close tabs on. What have you heard, and what would it do to the Post if that started to become the case?
Well, that would be terrible if it did happen. I, too, have not heard anything like that. I've seen no sign of it. In fact, the Post news coverage has been remarkable. I mean, it's been really revelatory. They've broken a lot of, one big story after the next. They're telling the public what it needs to know about what's happening in their government. That's what a newsroom ought to be doing. And they're doing it with a lot of vigor and I think with a lot of rigor as well. I would just like to see the owner publicly thank his reporters and and editors for that kind of work because they deserve his gratitude for it.
Former executive editor of the Washington Post, Marty Baron, thank you so much for being with us. We so greatly appreciate it. Jim VandeHei, you also worked at the Washington Post. Tell me about your thoughts about what happened yesterday when you saw the directive, and expand that out a little bit and talk about these conglomerates. Like, for instance, the possibility that Paramount may settle a deal on a 60 Minutes lawsuit when 60 Minutes stands by its story, but they've got a deal that they want to get through. So, there's been some talk that they might do that. Talk about how all of this plays into blurred lines in the age of Trump.
Listen, I come at this as someone who worked at the Post 20 years ago, someone who helped co-found Politico and Axios. So I also think about it from like the ownership perspective. One, I think you have a lot of owners of media companies who are buckling to pressure. It's indisputable. You can't really debate it. I think the institutions themselves are still doing good journalism, but owners are buckling. It is what it is, and we have to just be eyes wide open that is, in fact, happening. Listen, to be honest, I've been baffled by almost everything the Washington Post has done for the last 5 years. I don't understand the strategy. I don't understand the direction. I don't understand the way they communicate with their staff. I don't understand the hostility between ownership and the staff. Listen, it is Bezos' company. He is losing, it looks like, somewhere between $70 million and $100 million a year. He has every right to do whatever the hell he wants to do with the publication. So if he wants to make the editorial page, I guess, like the Wall Street Journal, to me it sounds boring, but maybe he'll figure out a way to make it more exciting. But it feels like the world has a lot of opinion in that area. I'm surprised he didn't just shut down the opinion page. Put all your money into reporting. If you want to be the paper for all of America, which is the way he's been describing it, you probably need a lot of reporters in America to do the job. And so the idea of kind of replicating the Wall Street Journal or the Economist, and then also saying, hey, if you don't agree with our opinion, there's no way you're going to be on the pages, it just sounds weird.